talking about superheroes and historical figures this past month. So it's really exciting to know that this month is actually Black History Month, and we're talking about all these different heroes and these different historical figures. And so I want us to think about just some of the heroes. My biggest hero that I can think about that we've been talking about is Martin Luther King Jr. Now, what's really awesome is that he actually did a march. And Martin Luther King did a march for equality for the rights of blacks and whites to be equal. That's what equality means. They want them to be able to live in harmony and live in peace with each other. Now you're going to think about, what does this have to do with heroes and historical figures? Well, we each have our own hero that we look up to. So let's ask our lovely student, maybe someone that's been a hero to them. And it doesn't have to be a historical figure that we learned about in class this special month, but it could even be maybe your mom who is your hero. So what do you think would be a hero? Who would you think would be a hero in your life?
I was going to say my mom.
Really?
Yeah, she rocks.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, what's really cool about heroes are that they are people that we get to look up to, and that they are people that we try to live like. So if you're thinking about heroes also, I bet you what comes to mind is Superman and different people from maybe Avengers. So when we think about Superman, I think about this huge cape and a red costume and someone flying over the world, saving the world. So as we think about those different things, let's remember what happens when a superhero flies across the sky. Well, there's different music that is played, there's different people that he saves. So as we're thinking about heroes, we will be able to have a worksheet in front of us that goes over and about the different things that we hear when we hear a superhero song come on. So when you hear a superhero song come on, I know what happens to me is I get really excited and I get lots of energy because I think someone's going to save the world. So our worksheet in front of us, on the bottom right corner, it says mood, which is really awesome. We got to talk about mood a little bit earlier today, and it's how the music makes you feel. So I already talked a little bit about what a superhero song would make you feel, but keep that in mind. There's also going to be dynamics, which is the loudness and the softness of a sound. The rhythm and tempo are patterns and the sounds, and kind of the speed of the beat. We talked about this a little bit in class too, so you kind of have a background on this. And instruments. What kind of instruments do you hear almost every single day?
Piano.
Piano. Maybe sometimes you walk into a room and the piano's playing. What about in a band? What's the person usually holding the microphone? What else do they have in their hand?
A guitar or a tambourine?
Guitar, yes. So think about these different instruments, and then again, think about how things make you feel.